Hello, just doing some technical checkups for last bit stream now. Hey you guys, welcome to Emmen Stream's Honkai Star Rail. It's me, Moo, and I'm facing a little bit of technical difficulties on my end, so give me just a few minutes while I sort everything out. Anywho, yeah. So today we're gonna be playing Honkai Star Rail. This is a gacha game by Hoyoverse, the creators of Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact, and I guess Zenless Zone Zero these days. So, hello. Today we're gonna be doing some end game content in this game, right? So today what we're gonna be doing is the Divergent Universe, which is just a fun iteration of the simulated universe, and also the Forgotten Hall, specifically the Memory of Chaos. Right? These are some of the or high-end end game content for this game. In case you didn't know, Star Rail has Forgotten Hall, Pure Fiction, and Apocalyptic Shadow as three types of end game content, each of which test a different thing about your character building, whatnot. Right? You have how well do you do against mobs, how well do you do against bosses, and how well do you do against mobs and bosses in a timed context. As for this one, it's all about how good you are at pairing up certain blessings and abilities, perks basically, to see how far you get. Now, anyway, I'm gonna start with Memory of Chaos because that's the more challenging content. It might
Do you
actually
want
take
to
me the
enter
whole
the
stream.
Forgotten Hall?
So let's see how this ends up being. Um, this is kind of like the Spiral Abyss from Genshin Impact for those who don't know, right? When you finish all of these, you get certain rewards. Now, one thing that I really like about this is that if you do finish all of them, you get the option of starting with, I believe it's 8 or 9. And when you finish this one and get all the stars, you get the stars of these ones automatically without having to do them. And I think that's perfectly fine because the difficulty previously is a little too easy. You know, you can just one-shot some of these enemies because the levels are a bit down. Now, we are gonna be going all the way to MOC 12, which is the highest difficulty. Now, the way that this works, just like with Genshin Impact, you have two different sides to this, right? Like, you have first side and the second side, each of which has different enemies that you have to deal with. And you might also notice, I'm gonna use my mouse pointer here, hopefully you guys can see it. You guys also might notice that there's like a bit of right up here. So each of the cycles, by which I mean this content coming back, of MOC has some sort of buff or some sort of interesting mechanic that keeps things a little spicy. But ultimately, this is a test of how well you have built your characters and how good you are at using them. And I'm gonna try this out. I'll show you guys what I can do. As you can see here, there are some characters that I've built. The ones that are at level 80 are the ones that I've maxed out, and obviously haven't maxed all of them out. But I am rather proud to say that I do own quite a few characters at this point. The game has been around for almost, what's it, 1 year, 2 years? But anyway, let's continue. We're gonna throw a Beijao team on one side. I'm also gonna be including this version of March 7th. Right? I really like this character not only because of a really cute outfit, but because her kit is just so great, you guys. Like, if you use it right, she's just a fantastic character. Now, this is going to be a bit of a follow-up attack team, right? So you also have Aventurine, who is a really good follow-up attack character. And I might need to change the weapon I have on him, though. Alrighty. So yeah, Aventurine is a really good follow-up attack character because of, well, certain mechanics involving him that benefit from follow-up attacks. And then we have Robin, who is a harmony character, a support, who will essentially be not only raising the damage of everybody else, but also giving us a whole extra turn sometimes. We'll get to that when it comes. Now the next group of enemies is basically a bunch of like these guys, but most annoyingly this guy, this swarm true sting thing, real pain in the butt. So I'm gonna try using a break team. So for that one, I'm gonna use one of my favorite characters in this game, Boothill, right? And else, you, you, you. In case you guys don't know, this character is one of the newest characters to come out. So she's current patch relevant. I don't know if her existence is a spoiler to you or not, but I mean, we knew that this character wasn't really dead, so it's good to have her back again. In any case, let us begin Memory of Chaos. See where we go. The goal here is to get 3 stars, so I have to win with at least 10 cycles, win with at least 20 cycles, and have no characters that die. Now, I'm aiming for 3, but I'm okay with 2, but I'm definitely aiming for 3. So let's begin. Hi Mika, thank you for showing up in the chat today. Alright.
This one looks dangerous.
By the way, you see this little guy? I love him. His name is the Tusk Peer, and we get him from some sort of event thing, and he's just the cutest, alright? He's like a little guy that makes you get a restful sleep and make sure that your dreams are really, like, pleasant. And honestly, we need this in real life. Anyway, before we go into the battle, we'll just, use everybody's techniques. With Aventurine, there's this thing where like you try to use this technique a few times just to see whether you can get the maximum amount of shields. It's like a slot machine thing, right? And that time I couldn't, but I'm sure, or rather I hope, that everything will be alright. This little field that Robin creates has an effect on the enemy, and so does this thing that Fei Zhao has got going on. Let's begin. Can I just say that I absolutely love the design of this werewolf guy, like this mecha wolf. I think that's just amazing, right? But anyway, on to the mechanics of this particular round of MOC. So the boss health pool is huge, huge, right? We don't like this, but fortunately we have these little boys over here. If we are able to take them out, they do a pretty significant amount of damage to these bosses. So let's see what we can do. Now March, right? I love that she has 2 swords, I think that's awesome. But specifically, she has this skill of hers that allows her to designate some person as her sensei, basically, right? Some types of characters, like DPS characters, give her a boost in attack, other types give her a boost in, like, weakness breaking. But another really cool thing is that whichever character you tag her with, their weakness, their element becomes an element you can weakness break with. So in this case, Fei Zhao is a wind character, and March is an imaginary character, so I'm gonna give it to Fei Zhao. Now, another thing I want to note is that I'm currently playing this game on PC, but I am playing it with the controller, which means that I can actually kind of pause the game a little bit, you know, just by hitting the L2 button. It makes it so that you can take your time and figure out what to do in very crucial moments. It's not something I think the other versions of the game actually allows, which, you know, kind of a shame. But anywho, I put that ability on Fei Zhao, and she's a wind element, and now March can actually break wind element creatures, so let's give this a try. And I'm gonna have it be not sped up, so you guys actually get to see these cool moves and stuff, right?
Azure Dragon.
check it out. You might see that there's a 7 out of 7 near Aventurine. That's what happens when people get attacked on his watch. He gets to do this little follow-up attack here and gets to refresh everybody's shields.
Have your fangs and claws gold. Never back down. Never hesitate.
I love this attack. I think it just looks like such a hard hit. God, these things have like chunky HP, huh?
Can't lose this.
I'm gonna be hitting the Robin ult here because not only is that gonna increase our damage. Oh, check it out. That was a large amount of damage, right?
Soul shall
Like,
embrace.
anywho, when she does her ult, she replaces the battle music with her own music, but most importantly, she gives everybody like an instant advance, so it's like we get a whole turn back.
Ready to shine. Better not underestimate me.
The dice have been cast.
I'm gonna throw you.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Show me what you can do.
No, we're gonna try to take this guy out next.
Fearless. Unstoppable. Too slow.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And I'm gonna put on some more shields, I think, but I'm also gonna ult with Fei Zhao.
Tabs on me.
I think it's time to pile on some damage. And between the two of these guys, I find this wolf guy to be a lot more dangerous. So let's try to speed blitz him. Now, Fei Zhao is a cool character. Not only is she really hot, obviously. I love the part where she takes her jacket off, but like specifically, she has two things going on in her ult, right? You get a version of it where the triangle button attacks and it does more damage to enemy weaknesses regardless of weakness type, which I think is really awesome. But the square one is for when the weakness is broken and it does more damage to people whose weakness is broken. Also, do you notice that Robin's song is kind of echoing now that she is in her domain expansion or whatever? Anyway, let's carry on. I missed a crit. No, no! Come on, she's got like 80% crit rate and yet she's missing. Like, make that make sense.
That's how a true master does it. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon.
Gonna ult with her again.
Eating less code.
Oh, another fun thing about Fei Zhao is that she doesn't actually get ult charge or energy like the other characters. She gets her ult charge based on how many times allies attack. So if you have follow-up characters, that's a lot. Ah, you see now that the other button is highlighted. Let's see what that one does. Ah, one missed crit. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
No dirty tricks,
Well,
Better not underestimate me.
Have your fangs and claws dulled.
oh my god, she I think is really cute personally.
Hesitate. That won't do.
Follow-up attack, another one.
Better hedge your bets.
Oh, we're in kind of a situation. We need a few more skill points, so attack this fella.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast.
I'm gonna throw
Bust.
this one on this one.
Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
So you see that there's like a status effect on March and Fei Zhao's head, right? This is something that actually kind of
I got
concerns
your
me.
fourth
Because, like, if I do not attack this guy at some point, I'm gonna lose control of my character. But I need to kill this little piggy over here as soon as possible.
Forever triumphant.
Alright, little man. I'm sorry for the overkill, but I am on a bit of a time crunch here.
I get it now.
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna attack, you know, just to.
May song bring us victory. Please, quiet down.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
If I can kill this guy like super fast.
Fearless.
Nah, I'm actually not that confident, so I'm gonna try to take this guy out.
Watch your head.
At least both of my DPS characters are no longer under this weird spell.
It's okay. It's okay.
All in.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less calm.
I know that that's not a lot of damage, right? But you know, I'm kind of cooking here, trying to get something done.
I take 10 of you.
Oh dang!
Until I don't
Okay,
fall
okay.
away. The harmony will soon play in unison.
I have her ult, but I'm gonna save it for now.
You need to get.
Registered.
Back down. Never hesitate. That won't do.
That's how a true master does it.
I venture forth.
Usually, I like to time ults to go with I like to time her ults to go with Robin's ult, but in this case, I need to get this wolf guy out like ASAP. I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I could kill any one of them, but this guy's HP is so low. I'm gonna go for this guy.
Always soaring. Forever triumphant. Inevitable.
You might wonder why I'm waiting for the Robin ult, but the reason is
Hope for
that
an end to strife in the world.
I'm gonna be ulting at right at the end of this round so that I can get the most out of every turn in this round. So it's kind of strategic, you know?
No. Have your fangs and
Now we ult.
fearless. Unstoppable.
Better not underestimate me.
Watch your head.
That won't do.
Tonight, souls shall embrace.
Then everybody gets their turns back.
Great.
And we're gonna throw a few ults out there.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon,
Kinda just
White Tiger, eating less calm. Watch this!
The dice have been cast.
let's try to beat this guy down.
Maybe I'll take it all.
I get it now. I could take 10 of
Come on, come on. Let's go. Very nice. Very. It's about
Going
to
all
throw
in.
on some shields.
Tabs on me.
Aventurine, by the way, fantastic sustained character, right? Not only can he do a decent amount of personal damage, but he's also like really good at keeping your team alive. His kit is just everything. My favorite preservation character, bar none.
I venture forth to hunt. Always
Alright. Could this be it? By the way, we'll still get an actual boss, right? It's just that I wanted to take these mobs down as soon as possible. Very nice. Hello, Swarog and Wolfman.
That's how a true master does it.
Oh, very nice.
Now, watch this!
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about this part of the battle. Oh.
Watch your head.
I could take 10 of you. Better not underestimate me. Time to show you what I can
I really hope this kills that little guy, because then you can just do a ton of damage to the boss. That was 280,000, you guys. Ain't that something? Let's go!
Alright, I'll call your bet.
From these two guys, I think that he has an ability that can actually take out my party in a way that I don't really like. So I'm gonna try zeroing him down, perhaps.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or
I'm gonna ult with Fei Zhao as well.
maybe I'll
Just
take it all.
pile on the damage, you know?
I venture forth to hunt.
I
Always
don't know if that's the
soaring,
break.
forever triumphant. Inevitable.
The harmony will soon play in unison.
And then Swarog summons his hand thing. Please do not grab a very inopportune character.
All in.
Not grab my DPS. Okay, yeah, I'll live. That's actually the best thing that could have happened. But it's still a pretty good idea to try to free my boy.
I get it now.
Right, now let's leave that guy alone. And then we hit the Robin ult.
Never hesitate. That won't do.
And everybody gets their turns back, so it's like, you know, the 27th cycle is back all over again. If I were to give one piece of advice to anybody who wanted to play a game like this specific game even, it is that DPSs are temporary, but that supports are forever. Something that a very wise person once told me, and I do not think I've looked back since, because it is with the help of these really great supports that the DPSs are able to do things that they are really good at. Gonna hit her. The ult as well.
Too slow.
Watch your head.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring, forever triumphant.
I'm gonna speed up the game a little bit because I want to be getting through this game with the time that we do have.
Victory is inevitable.
Sorry if some things get a little lost in visuals. Oops, I guess.
Watch your head. The dice have
Maybe
been
it's a bit too
cast.
fast now. Alright, I'll just rein it back a little.
Bust.
Like there's one more chance for a phase out. Also, I'm gonna try to take out this
Maybe I'll take it all.
this wolf guy.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant.
Don't these hits just seem like very, very solid, like just incredible blows? Like I don't know, I just thought it was really awesome.
I could take 10 of you.
Ready?
Back down. Never hesitate. That won't do.
One more. Let's go. 141,000. That's kind of wild. Right, and now we will target you, little guy.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon.
Every 6 attacks by an ally, Phase Out basically gets an ult back. That was 4 attacks.
Better hedge your
Ooh,
bets.
shields are starting to wear off, so I need to really be careful here. Oh my goodness. If I could kill all of these guys, it would be actually very amazing.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your
Oh,
head.
Mika, to answer your question, no, it's not pausing because of performance issues. It's pausing because I press L2 and now everything's paused at any point. This gives me some of these really fun screenshot moments, but it also gives me a moment to think. And this should be a feature on every platform, quite frankly, but it is here, and we are getting the most out of it, you know?
Show me what you can do. Fearless. Unstoppable.
Come on. Yes, another one bites the dust. 141,000, very nice. And this one goes down.
Forever triumphant.
Charges in the tank, very nice. See, I can pause it at any time. This feature is so helpful for this game actually, but the fact that it's not like generally in every version is something that I don't quite understand. Like as far as I'm concerned, this is like so useful. It's too useful not to be an option, like not to be an option every time. Fair enough, grab my guy, I don't mind at all.
The harmony will soon play in unison.
Executing annihilation. Calculating result.
Not very sportsmanlike.
Boy, okay, how are we feeling? I still think I should go for these little piggies,
Too slow.
because the big picture.
Underestimate me.
That won't do.
Tonight, souls shall embrace. Tonight, the stars echo because of me.
Oh, you're asking me why I'm not playing in fast forward? I thought that the people who wanted to watch it would like it that way. I usually play it in fast forward mode where it's a little faster.
Less cards. What's this?
Yes!
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. Never hesitate. Oh. That won't do. I venture forth.
But you know, it can be a little confusing when things just rush by that fast, so I'm kinda keeping it slow.
Forever triumphant.
Now, this is an alt and a half, you guys. I just love the animation about this, you know, like the fact that she uses a big axe and then she throws it away for a really powerful punch. I think it's just awesome.
Better hedge your bets.
Yikes. Shield has been breached, but hopefully we'll get some more.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I figure it's easier to appreciate these animations if they're not just rushing by at the speed of light.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs.
One fun fact, you guys, is the fact that like if you actually have this game on fast forward,
Have your fangs
the
in
sounds that they
control.
play, you know, like the dialogue that they do and all that, it's actually like re-recorded to fit the faster time, right? Instead of just speeding up the existing dialogue, and I think that that's really cool.
Too slow.
I get it now. Now, watch this.
I venture forth to hunt.
Now I have a big conundrum. Hit this guy for a little bit of extra damage, or hit this guy and just try to go all in. I think I'm gonna hit the boss because ultimately the high amounts of damage that this ult can do would be wasted on a guy with such little HP. So let's see where this goes.
Forever triumphant. Inevitable.
Looks like her ult is
Final song of life.
some more points, so hit you with this.
Alright, I'll call
Nice.
your
We got
bet.
some more
Going all in. Tabs
more.
on me.
pigs coming in. You know, if I had a character who could actually attack all of them at once, that would make for a fantastic like way to take out the boss. But unfortunately, Fei Zhao is a hunt character, meaning she specializes in one-on-one
I could take 10 of you.
interactions.
Back down. Never hesitate. That won't do.
Better not underestimate me.
I venture forth to hunt.
I'm gonna go for this one now because I have a feeling that this one can actually be taken out
Always
a little bit
soaring.
easier.
Forever triumphant.
Go Piggy goes to market.
Inevitable.
Oh, Iham has an interesting question. What do I think of Robin's ult? I think people are getting bored of her singing mid-fight. Now, I echo this sentiment, but I think my reasoning may be a little different. My thing is, I really love the music of this game, right? I think that it sounds fantastic, and I wanna be hearing the songs, even the battle music. Even the battle music that's just, you know, for random battles. And Robin kinda like overriding these songs sometimes really annoys me, I'm not gonna lie. But I do think the song is pretty nice, and if they could just offer us like a little setting, you know, just right in the settings, in the sound settings, just to selectively mute her, I'd be a happy man. But that doesn't mean I hate Robin. It's just that, you know, if I was stuck on a desert island and had to listen to one song for the rest of my life,
No dirty
that would
tricks, alright.
eventually get
The
to me,
dice have
let's
been
say.
cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Analysis complete.
Not for sportsmanlike.
All in.
Hmm.
Show me what you can do. Unstoppable. Too slow.
I think this is actually gonna total this guy, hopefully.
That won't do.
Oh, so close. So close. Very sad.
The stars echo because of me.
I do want to note though, in terms of Robin's song, there's this thing in the game where like if you do her song during like a boss fight or something, they won't actually override the song. They are more likely to just have her start the song and then like the boss fight music continues. And I'm really glad about this because in my opinion these boss fight themes, some of them are just fantastic.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less calm. What's this?
Can I also say that I went from a person who almost never used March 7s to a person who uses them every time I'm using Fei Zhao, just because of how good this Hunt March character is.
Too slow. I venture forth.
An alt for a 1% of HP, but you know what? I'll take it.
Always
Like this battle's over.
forever triumphant.
And it didn't crit! I am cursed. But as any good Pokemon fan might say, unless it's a 100% crit rate, it's a 0% crit rate. But anyway, I have 24 cycles remaining, so let's try this out.
Decided to show up.
This is Bill, one of my favorite characters ever. I love him very much. And I've spent a non-small amount of time trying to make him the best boot hill I can. Anywho,
Locked and loaded.
man is a cyborg and a cowboy.
Entwined
Two
with
things that I like very much.
sound lingers. Not yet time to return.
Let's open with you.
All things are entwined. There'll definitely be a way.
So this is the new Tingyun. She has this awesome ability where if you tag one of your party members,
There's no
they'll
harm in
basically
showing
be able to weakness break regardless of the type of element they have, and I think that that's awesome.
All of you stand still.
Like, I'm a physical character, right? Physical element, and yet look at this. I can break this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's start with this guy though. No, let's start with this guy. We don't have any imaginary on our team, so
Fair and square. Fire. I didn't say it can't break.
one down.
Merciful Medicus.
And now I am going
There's no
to
reasoning with you bunch anymore.
hit this guy to massively delay him on the turn order. We don't
There are
want you
two kinds
around.
of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun.
I love this alt, by the way, and the little wanted poster that shows up is different based on the different characters that you shoot.
Both body and mind must be pure. There's more to life than drawing breath. Pay attention.
This is Ruan Mei, one of the
Every
best
petal in
break
life's
support
garden
characters in the game.
Will be swept away.
Honestly, this team is full of characters that are just really good with break effect. Even the healer is a break effect based healer, Ling Sha. I love this little guy. He reminds me of Carbuncle from Final Fantasy. What are we gonna do? Oh, please! Take it easy. Now. Give a heal. Love to see it. These are Mara struck enemies. When they die, they come back. It's quite the gimmick. But they can only do that once. So
Waiting in line for a bullet.
now this guy.
Bring it on, Borger. Draw. Here's your final reward.
Another
How about
one.
we dissipate that foul stench quickly? Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
My goodness. Alright, alright. So hey Screwstar, I have been like licking the walls of this game trying to get all the how do you say, the jades that I can to roll for these characters. Like I have been suffering to get them, but now I'm at a point where I feel very content with the characters I've been able to pull. It took a long time, not only to get them, but also to
Days of a
build them.
past life are now all gone.
It's been a journey and a
Your
half, let
life
me
is
tell
as
ya.
a speck of dust. It dances still in grace.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Oh, I certainly hope that you do get some of these characters that you're going after. How do... You guys gonna keep summoning enemies, so let's try getting rid of this guy first. Oh my goodness! That was 491,000. I know that like these are my characters, but I'm still not used to seeing just how much this character Fugue can actually boost up Boot Hill. So I'm really happy to see it.
You hold some academic value. All things are as one. I won't hold back anymore. Shall we unite our goals?
All of you stand still. Bring
This
it
is a
on.
gamble here. Hopefully this will be able to kill, but I don't know.
Here's your final reward.
My goodness!
Immerse yourself in it as you desire.
I'm just gonna try to kill this one. See ya, piggy. Now this is a problem. This guy, with his extra guys that he shows up, you know, to like get you to help, get to help out on his side. And it's a whole thing. These bugs are the
Waiting
death
in
of
line
me.
for a bullet?
So rather than focus down on this guy, I think I'm gonna focus on the little pigs here.
Fire. I didn't say you can't
Down.
break.
Nice. Oh, 2 phases. My goodness, this is actually gonna be quite challenging. I don't know how well I can do this, but can't hurt to try, right?
There's no reasoning with you bunch.
I just try to kill this little
There are
pig
only two
guy just to
kinds
get a
of
little
people
extra
in the
damage on
world.
the boss as fast as
Those with a
possible.
loaded gun.
I wonder whether I've taken too many turns previously to get to this point.
There's more to life than every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time. You'll do.
Remember to aim for the heart.
My goodness. Girl, just leave Ting Yun alone.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
All of you stand still. Bring it on.
Dreams of a past life are now all gone. Though life is as a speck of dust, it dances still in grace.
How about we dissipate that foul stench quickly? Both body and mind must be pure.
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Pay
Try
attention.
to take this guy out. Come on. Very nice. Yes. Yes.
Waiting in line for a bullet?
Yes.
Let's do
Okay.
it. Fair and square. Fire!
I am at this moment kind of a little doubtful whether I have enough turns to actually get rid of like 2 phases of this swarm sting over here.
There's no reasoning with
But
you bunch anymore.
can't hurt to try, right?
There are only 2 kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Yuan plays asks me, do you think you will win?
Met
Well,
before.
I like to think I should believe in myself.
Shall we unite our goals?
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it my best shot. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, it's all hopeless now, you know, why are we even alive? That's not me. I'd rather give it a fair shot and see where it goes.
Oh, a weakness.
You hold some academic value, I suppose. All things are as one.
Now, the question of whether I can beat this guy or not, I definitely think I can. But my problem is that I want to beat him in a timely manner, right? I want there to be... I want there to be, like, enough to get 3 stars on the MOC when I beat him. That's what's really worrying me.
Clouds are easily scattered.
Please, allow me to purge the root of this problem.
There's more to life than drawing breath.
I think one thing that I could actually try if this particular strat isn't working
Yield.
is to give the buff that Fugue has to Lingsha, because she actually attacks more characters at a time, and then that could be quite useful. Oh my goodness. Kinda flying close to the sun, aren't we?
All of you stand still.
They're gonna take a gamble. Let's see where this takes us. Oh, not enough, huh?
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only 2 kinds of people in the world.
Let's see how much
Those
this
with a
does.
loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Let's seize this fine moment. The long dream has vanished.
How about we dissipate that foul stench? Both body and mind must be pure. The truth burns clear as everything in this world is merely fleeting.
You hold some academic value, I suppose. Pay attention.
Bring it on, Booker. Throw. I didn't say I count 3.
Oh my gosh, it's at 1 now.
There's no
That's
harm
just
in
not it.
sharing good fortunes. Dreams of a
Let's see
past
whether
life are now all-
breaking all of
Though
these pigs
life
will
is
do
as a
anything.
speck of dust, it dances still in grace.
Second phase, huh?
more to life than drawing breath. Eternal melody. Every petal in life's garden.
It's getting quite
will be swept
concerning,
away
but I don't know if I can 3-star this,
by
but
the
at least
wind
I'll
of
try to kill
time.
this guy.
Fire! There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'm not entirely sure that was the right move, but you know, we keep trying.
I won't hold back anymore. Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree? You'll do.
Oh. Oh. Terrifying. Hey, somehow we lived. Let's just drop an alt here as well.
The truth burns clear as everything in this world.
We're also reaching the end of our time together, by the way. And it seems that it takes more than an hour to beat the MOC. I kinda underestimated it. But since we have actually fallen beyond the 3-star limit, I might need to go back and re-strategize before I can actually finish this proper.
Bring it on, Borger. Throw. I didn't say you can't break.
Have we met before?
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Well, in any case, whether we beat him or not in the time allocated, I hope you guys had fun watching me attempt this. These are some of the harder content in the game, so it is, I think, appropriate that the challenge level is also quite high.
Both body and mind must be pure. You hold some academic value, I suppose. Pay attention.
The next break is gonna be quite big.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire. Here's your final reward.
Oh, 682,000, that was wild. Maybe I should have just zeroed in on the boss, eh? Forget about the little piggies.
Let's seize this fine moment. There's no harm in sharing good fortune.
Alt maybe? Yes, let's go.
Dreams of a past life are now
This is gonna
all
be
gone.
a heavy
Life is
hit.
as a speck
I'm
of
very
dust.
excited.
It dances still in grace.
Ooh, we love to see it. 1%. I'll just... Thank you, Super Break. Okay, so, what does this teach us? This teaches us that it is possible. I just need to optimize my rotations a little bit more. Maybe make the first half of the clear a little bit faster, right? I'm actually thinking that I might not waste phase out ults on the little pigs and actually go for the bosses. So yeah, that was 2-star clear of MOC 12. I need to get back to the drawing board and kind of re-strategize and try this again. This was actually really fun. I have heard that some players are complaining about how there's an HP bloat problem, HP for the bosses. But I think that because there's an interesting mechanic to deal with it and all that, that we can actually get through. We will persevere. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle through MOC 12. I might actually do something like this again, when I have my strat properly figured out, or when some other kind of end game content resets. Because the other types are also really, really fun in their own way. But for now, I want to say thank you so much for joining me, for all the cool comments, and I hope that y'all had a really good time watching me play this game. It is a game that I do play on the daily, so having the opportunity to show off the fruits of my labor was actually something that I was really happy to do. But in any case, once again, thank you everybody who dropped in to watch, everybody who had these really interesting comments, and I hope to see you some other time. Now I'm just gonna sign off. See you around.